All right, hello, hello, hello. How's it going there, Alistair? How are ya? How are ya? Let's see. Again, thank everybody who's hanging out on Twitch. Appreciate that. Almost have the average I need to get affiliate on Twitch, so I appreciate that. Let's go ahead and we only got just Alistair's here right now. Let's get a little bit more populated, and then I'll announce the challenge. I don't want to have to announce it twice, so we'll do that. So I'll start working on this build, and then as people start to flow in, I will go ahead and announce the challenge. Let me actually make a quick we'll do a quick thing on that, so that will help as well. Do a quick little post on that, and then we're good. All right, there we go. All right, so yeah, when I get a couple more people here, we'll go ahead and we'll announce that here. Just got one at the moment, so we'll get that going. But I'll start working on this build, and then we should be good. All right, so did start working on something last night to fill the cars up, and so I want to be able to go truck and trailer to train and load the cars. So I started making this mother bin. These are often used in agriculture. They're on the fields. They put them next to the fields, and so you would go and you would dump into this mother bin. It has a reasonable capacity, and then it has an auger to dump in the other cars. And so kind of the way it's going to work is, let's say that we're down here doing iron. So if we're here doing iron, again, trying to streamline everything for multiplayer here, and then also myself. So when we pull in here, for example, let's say that we take this rail right here and we back in all of the ore cars. And then right behind the locomotive would be this mother bin, and you would detach the ore cars, leave them on that track, you'd pull up, and then you'd back the mother bin down here. And the trucks would back up and they would dump into the mother bin, and it would auger into the cars in the next rail. And then the loco would push it back to the next car, the next car, the next car, the next car, and that would fill it. And then when they're all full, the locomotive and the mother bin pull up, hook up to the set of cars, and then pull it out. So that's essentially what we're planning on doing here. So let's go back. So kind of show you how it works a little bit. Again, it's not decorated anyway. It's just a big cube right now, but it took a little bit of while to get this all functional. Definitely the vacuum update was huge for me, making these reasonable. So like, for example, let's do infinite electricity. So this will tip down on the side here, and the trailers back up to this and dump. It goes in here, and then let's see if I can get in here anywhere. I pretty much sealed it up. So the way the vacuums work here is, if we can get close enough here. So I have a couple vacuums right here. They're touching the sides here. That seemed to work best. And then it just, these are all connected. And so that will then, fill this mother bin up. The mother bin doesn't have a huge capacity, but has a pretty good capacity. Trying to find a way to cover this. That might be a big ask. But, so the mother bin will be filled by the trucks, and then the auger will go up. I'll show you the other auger I have here. So let's find the field bin. So here's the field bin. That's what I pulled the auger off of. So again, this is all possible because of the vacuums. Now, the vacuums was a great update. All right, so this auger will go in operating position, like so. All right, and then it can tip one way or the other. And so we'll go over the top of the car next to it, and it will dump in there. So it has a pretty good reach. And so it'll dump into the car right to the next of it. And so as you're filling it with the truck, you'll be able to fill the next car. And the mother bin has some capacity. Gonna need this too because each of those cars, let's bring up the cars I made yesterday. So these mineral side dumps here, I've got it written on the side here. As you can see, they're 567. So they only hold 567 ore. And so the trailers hold 2250. And so, you know, you can have almost 4 of these for one trailer. And so what this will allow you to do is, you know, the mother bin has some storage. So the trailer will be able to dump in the mother bin and then go off and do its work. And then the mother bin can move from car to car to car and fill them up. So that's kind of the point of that. Let's quickly, I need to check the mother bin and count it. So let's see, we have 3 by, and let's see, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. Okay. So 36, 36, 37, 38, 39, 40, 41, 42. So currently I have 42. I'm going to fill up this area here. But currently we're at 42. Let me do some math here. So 42, well, actually we have more than that. 42, 42, 43, 44, 45, 46, 47. So far we have 47. So 47 times 27 is 1269. So the mother bin holds, you know, less capacity than a trailer. I'm going to try to get that up. I'd like to get 1 trailer's worth in the mother bin at a time. So we'll work on that and see what we can do there. So I think that'll be helpful. Let's see. All right. So let's go ahead and keep working on this mother bin here. This side hasn't been finished over here. Let's see, I want to move. I'm going to have to decorate this at some point, so I don't want to put that microcontroller in there yet. Let's go ahead and grab some more ducting here. These are a little bit annoying because they start with coal, so it's better to copy them, I find. So what would it be? 47, 48, 49, 50, 51, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. And can we get one more in here? 9. Why is this in here? That's the question. Why is this one in here? $60, $61, $62. Try to get these lined up. 63. Get 63 in there, so don't do that. Come on. All right, 63 in there so far. So let's see. Okay, let's do 2250 divided by 27. So I need 83 of these total to meet a trailer. Got a lot to merge, so. Okay. Again, we thank them for their Control S wisdom to get rid of that. Appreciate that again. This would be a nightmare without that. I'm like still a little bit tepid about holding control while I do this because of the old Control S being brutal. Now we don't have to worry about it. Alright, so we want, what did I say, 80 something? 83 would be the goal. I don't think we're going to get 83 in here, but we should be able to get reasonably close. the whole point is why I want to get it to a trailer is it's not the end of the world, but what you don't want to have happen is you don't want spillage. So you don't want to do all that work and then have spillage. So like when I dump the trailer in, ideally it would be convenient to have the mother bin hold as much as a trailer. It's going to be hard to do that, but so they're likely not going to. But what it will do is it will make it so that the you know, you can take the time later to then put it in the next car. So it gives you a little bit of a breather. Checking them, just trying to get the coal out of here. But the vacuums was a great update. That was something that really made, like, this used to be a huge pain in the ass. Like, it was just, you turn a corner, you had to be at least one level up, which was, you know, 3 blocks. So it was quite a bit of height you had to go to get that to work, and it was just tough. Could make the mother bin longer, too, if I need to, but I want to, just checking everything here. All right, so what do we have up there? So let's see. I don't know what full capacity is here, but we're pretty good. All right, so let's see. It's 3 by 12, 36, and then what do we have? 3, 6, 12 on that. So 48, 48, and then another 12. So 60. We got at least 60 on there. So that's not too bad. Could make this longer. The only reason I don't want to is I have single axles on here. So that's a little funky to me to do single axles. I have to get some plumbing done. So let's do the plumbing next, because if that's not going to work, I need to get the plumbing. And once the plumbing gets in, that will tell me where, if we need to go more. And we start decorating this. But this works pretty well. I'm happy with the way this turned out. It, of course. That's alright. We can go up one. I'm trying to facet that. What could we get in there? We could get quite a few in there. That's why I'm worried about this. So I'm gonna just pull this for now. This can go on the front or the back. All right. So this is brake line. What's that? Okay, that's nothing. That's fine. All right, this is brake lines right here. So I gotta go to there. All right, there we go. So that's brakes plugged in, and then we can go some more of these. And then we'll do a final count when I need to go through. Likely it is we're short, but the closer we can get to the capacity of the trailer, the better. It's like, you know, you might not be set up to dump right into the next car yet, and then it would holds up the operation trying to get the trucks emptied. This way, if the mother bin holds one truck, you don't have to wait. You can just go right in and do it. So. All right, that's done. So trying to count these is going to be tough. Let's see, 3, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13 on that level. 13. I'm not even going to bother counting them. It's going to take forever. I'm not interested. All right, let's do that. what did I put on this side? Just 1x2s. Yep. Okay, 1x2s under here. And we'll start faceting it, and then it should be pretty good for. Pretty good. All right, so we'll get some decorations of faceting in here. This is. I had to put a lip on this so that the trucks dump properly. But let's go ahead, and that's going to screw up some facets, but that's all right. We'll go, this will get a set of facets cut in like that. These will be dual sets there. If I had symmetry on, we'd be in great shape, but then I forgot it. Alright. That's alright. So, nope. Just leave it the way it was. Actually, the benefit of no symmetry on that one is the sides are going to be a little bit different. Okay. Let's measure it. How's it going there, Rasmus? Good to see you. I'll be announcing Kilo in a second here. Finally get some people in, so just waiting for everybody to catch up so I can announce once. Let's go ahead and measure this out. That is 36. Of course you're even, aren't you? That's all right. Let's see. Try 36 divided by 4, maybe. 36 divided by 4 is 9. Okay. That's the center. It doesn't look like the center to me. Okay. Let's go. I'll redo this. Screw it. Let's see. How did that get fucked up? Do a double thick on this, and then that should work. Gotta think of it. Get that set up. There we go. Double thick the middle like that, and then that should be 17. So we should be able to get to 9. Okay, we'll do that. Leave that. Okay. pretty good. All right, let's see. Let's go ahead and I'll announce Kilo here. Again, if you guys would help me out and just jump on Twitch as well, I appreciate that. I'm trying to get that average up, so whenever it drops below, my average drops, and it just makes it a lot harder. So I appreciate that. I appreciate you guys who help me out there. Let's go ahead and grab the info here for Kilo, and I'll open them up. And I'll record this for the announcement video here too. So, and here are the rules for the build challenge Kilo. Challenge to build a replica car or truck. You must include pictures of the real thing in the workshop page. The build size limited to the spawn area at the Northmire outpost. Infant electric and fuel off. Vehicle damage on. No glitches. No pivot, rocket wheel, exhaust, deletion, negative mass, invisible micros, or any other glitches. New build not previously released to the workshop or started prior to the challenge. Rules. XML is cosmetic only. Must be able to be spawned at the Northmire outpost. Must cost less than $50,000. Power, diesel modular. All microcontrollers and components must be made by you. Nothing from the workshop. Testing methodology. I will spawn the car or truck at Northmire Outpost. I will look at the build and compare it to the picture of the real vehicle from your workshop page. I will then drive it to St. Alexander Hospital. Grading, spirit of the challenge, how well does it conform to the spirit of the challenge? Human factors, how well am I able to interact with it? Handling, 1 to 10. Aesthetics, how well does it replicate the original? Again, point of this is to build a replica, so that will be part of the aesthetics. Workshop page. So, for example, if it's a really ugly looking car, like it was an ugly car IRL, you're not going to lose points because you're not making the choices of the aesthetics. The more does it look like the original. Workshop page 1 to 10. Winners, there'll be a points winner, captain's favorite, community favorite. Winners will be featured in the end credits of the videos until the next challenge. Winners will have Discord roles added. Winners will have their car truck used in an episode of the Career Build series. Rules will be open to discussion from the posting of this announcement till the 15th at 000 EST, so midnight Sunday. Here's the rules discussion. Due date is April 20th. Again, the midnight of the 19th. So that'll be Friday at midnight, my time. Here's the route. So real simple. Spawn Northmire Outpost. I'm going to look at it, see how it looks compared to the original. Just quickly make sure that it actually functions, and that's about it. Main thing here is it's supposed to be a replica build. So, if you're building a small, tiny, 4-cylinder car, and it's huge and it's way overpowered, it's not really replicating that. So make sure it's, it's replicating the build you're trying to do. And again, I want to see pictures on the workshop page. You're going to lose huge points if you do not put pictures on your workshop page. Again, it's a replica. I'm not researching this myself. I want to look at your workshop page, see the pictures you used to replicate the build, and then, I can then compare it easily for the aesthetics and how well it replicates. All right, guys, so that is the build challenge Kilo. Let me open those up. I'll open them up off screen. But yeah, that's going to be Kilo. So it is a replica build. Kind of thinking that for a little while. Figured that would be a cool idea. Let me change all the permissions on there so everybody can see it. And the rules discussion is, I'm also opening that right now. So again, rule clarification, any petition for rule changes can go there, and that will, rules will be locked Sunday midnight my time. All right, so you guys should be able to see that now. All right, let's read some chat. Hello, Lucky 7th. Yep, sounds good. Yeah, I think it'll be fun. One of the challenges was the 1950s car challenge. That was a lot of fun to see people's interpretations and how they replicated, the cars they were kind of inspired by. So that was really cool. So thought that was would be good. So let's go ahead and continue screwing around on this. Keep faceting this. Gotta facet this side. So what was I doing? Twos? Twos, okay. Why up? Something didn't get merged. There we go. I gotta be careful of that. I just did what I didn't want to do there. So let's do that. Another one not merged there. Okay. Use the old template, unfortunately, so I gotta fix a bunch of shit because I used the old template. Alright, that is... We start cutting some of this stuff off, yeah. Alright, so I need to put the handbrake in. I need to find a spot for that. Well, that will work. Right there on this side. Okay. Will it work on this side? It will. Okay, that's fine. That way I don't have to flip it. Everything fits snugly in there. We do. Okay, good. Needs to go somewhere. Alright, that's in. Try to see, do we get enough tilt if I put the on there? All right. Probably gonna change some of this color over to the brown, rusty color I use. that's going to be a different. Let's go with that. Okay. Ah. Yeah, I just thought of that. It's gonna screw some of this up here. Different, okay. Okay, and then we want a little bit darker sections here. Let's go down. color that, you scum. Why won't you? Fuck. 'Cause it didn't grab the color, right? There we go. Alright. Alright, let's see how that we'll do the top here. Nope. Yeah, that was the right color. Okay. It's gonna be a pain in the ass to get that. There we go. Okay. Ah, shit. God damn it. Back it up. I keep forgetting that's not symmetrical on that side. Take that off. Alright, there we go. Base of it's going to be the gray. Added that. Right there. Okay. I think that looks pretty good and beefy. Paint. I knew I remembered I need to go back and fix that. That sucks. Alright, that. Alright, so that's pretty good. I gotta go back in and fix some panels too. Let's check chat. How's it going there, Sergeant? How are you? I might just shut down Twitch if Twitch is not going to get over 3. I might as well shut it down, or it just kills my average here. Let's see. How are we looking here? I need to get this auger in. Let's grab the field bin. There's the field bin. Let's grab the logie for this. See, where is that going to? There. Why is it? I don't like it when I don't name them. Let's see. Anything else that needs to go to? Nope. Move this panel here that I've been wanting to move. This one's gonna get probably edited out to the other one anyway, so I'll yank it for now, and I'll probably end up copying over it. So I did not grab the right template when I did this. I thought I'd fixed everything on the template, and I did not, so some stuff is wrong. Needs to be fixed. So I think we're pretty good there so far, let's say, but let's check the auger out. I gotta hook it up, but let's go ahead and hook it up. Alright, we have dump. Alright, that should do it. Let's go ahead and spawn it. Excellent, thank you there, Sergeant. Appreciate that. As long as it's over 3, it's good. It's just that the problem with an average is they do it by average, which I get why they do it average. But like, if I did 6 hours with one person, and you know, and then I do like 1 hour with 12 people, you know, that pulls the average down, that one person for so long, you know. So appreciate you guys for doing it. Thank you. Hopefully I'll hit 3 here this weekend, and I can do the application and we'll be done. Then whoever wishes to do it can do it. Right, that's backwards. All right, typical. Okay, fuck. It's hitting the brakes. That's paint. Okay, I gotta fix some paint. It's hitting the brakes. I gotta move some of those brake components. All right. Alright, let's see. We're hitting brake components. Really gonna be a pain in the ass to move. These are really not easy to move. I should have put the auger on the other side is the problem. I might be able to screw with these. Yeah, I might be able to get these fixed up. Alright, let's try it. Let's just cut it where it needs to go. Okay. What is that grabbing? Okay, that's fine. What's under there? Fuck, that's why that wasn't there in the first place. Yeah, that's why that wasn't there in the first place. That can move, so let's go ahead and... Nah, that screws the valve right the fuck up. Yes, sir. This is real pisser. Alright, let's move it this way. Let's can't do that. Let's see where this can actually go. Gotta be difficult, huh? Could just move all the brake components to the other side. Actually. That's already right there at the level I don't want to go below. Move all the brake components and I'll reassemble it on the other side. Let's see what we have for space over here. Most part we should be able to cut these in. Okay. Of course I put this over here now, so that's gonna go probably. How high was this stuff to start with? It's all the way up too, it's just gross. That went up an extra level there, okay. So that should fit on the other side here. Let's see if I can back this up quite a bit. Okay. So make sure I have the components here. What happened there? Okay. So all I did was press O and it freaked out. gotta get rid of that. Hand crank, you get there. This hand crank will go on the other side. Okay. Ah. I'm just gonna rebuild it from scratch and plug it all back in. It's gonna be a pain in the ass to do it the other way. All right. I still have the barrow in there. I don't need to move. No, I moved the barrow. Okay. Yeah, and this was another good thing with the pressure update was these fluid port ends that we don't need 2 blocks for. That was huge. That just makes a lot of stuff much more compact. Before it was much harder to fit this shit in there. Now it's a lot easier. Let's see, this is... Okay. Cut out some of this pipe in here. That can move. I got a lot of space to screw around with this, so we should be good. Okay. Try to get the color. Give me bring the black color. Yes. Okay, there we go. Okay. Alright, so that's all the components we need in there. Alright, so I just moved it to the side. We're close to being able to get that. I might be able to push that back in. Let's see if I can get this back where it was. It's gotta be close. It's got to be close to being. That fits. Perfect. Go, look at that. Alright, good, so that's in. That didn't screw any of this shit up. Good. Should have everything we need there. We're gonna rework electricity here. Gotta go through a whole electrical thing anyway. Let's go all the way through. I have 2 batteries on there now. It's not the end of the world. Alright, we'll be alright. This can be chopped up a little bit more over here. That can go, that can go, that can go. Then this, I just put the brakes on the other side essentially to try to let this rotate more. Let's get the battery moved here. I don't need this battery anymore, so let's just go ahead and redo the electricity without it. This valve I need, and then this goes there. Plumbed there, we're plumbed there. Lovely, lovely, lovely. Okay. Those valve panels don't need to be plugged in. Okay, that's good. Let's check connections. Gonna put in the new brake panel. I did some work on that. What are you? Hand valve panel. Okay, right there. And then you need to go. Okay, that all plugged in. That is okay. Good. All right, so let's go ahead and save this, and then I need to put in the new. I made some changes on the T-bis panel, so I gotta grab that out of here. Where is it? Where is it? Where is it? It's right here. Okay. Let's grab that. All right, let's grab that. Let's go over here. And you can go right. Here's fine as well. All right, and then this is gonna go. All right, there we go. All right, let's plumb this sucker, and then I want to test it. All right, hand valve value. So where is that? That's off of hand valve value. That is gonna be valve front. Valve rear. Okay. Brake tank pressure. You're up here now. Okay. Brake tank pressure. Reservoir valve. Okay, reservoir valve is there. Brake train wheels. Okay. Blowout valve. Reservoir tank. That's what this is. I must have some standard atmosphere barrow right there, and then this one here is brake tank pressure. It's actually on this one. Okay. What do you? Reservoir valve. I got all that plugged in. I think we're plumbed. Looks plumbed. Okay, good. So generally, I like the overall look of it. Looks pretty beefy. I might go like this here. Let's grab. Go like that. Of course, I didn't have symmetry on. Why would I? That would make life too freaking easy. Go a little bit on these. All right, there we go. I like the general overall look of it. Alright, so I need to put a new controller unit. I got paint there. There we go. New control unit for the auger. Okay. Save this real quick. And then I want to grab the fuel bin. I might add that piston later. I might not. We'll decide later. That's auger on. decide to want that on. Let's do that as let's do I gotta count these up here. It's annoying. Let's see. So what do we say? 36, 37, 38, 39, 40, 41, 42, 43, 44, 45, 46, 47, 48, 48, 48. I count all those? Shit, I didn't. This is a bitch to count them. Let's see. Is that a solid brick? I think it is. That's a brick of 9. So let's try to add them up. So 32 plus the 9 plus. Right, that's a 9 brick. Does that go all the way across? It does not. Okay. So that's a 9 brick. 10, 11, 12. So plus 3 more. All right, and then this is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 times 2. That's 18 plus 18 plus 18 plus what? 1, 2, 3, 4. 66 plus 3. So I have a total of 69 in there. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 8. Okay, that's more than that. 69 plus, let's see. We have more in this bin here. So 1, 2, 3, 5. 74. We might be able to get to where I want to be. So 74 plus 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Oh, we're 1 off. That's all right. We are 1 within what a capacity of a full-size trailer holds. I don't think I could squeeze 1 in anywhere. Yeah, 1's not gonna work. Oh, this might, right? No, that's 2. Yeah, it's 2. Say we're close to squeezing in another one, but it's not a big deal. Could actually make this here. Let's do this. All right, so that now will hold 83, which is how many we need to have the same capacity as the whatchamacallits, the trailers. And so that will give us the equal capacity that we need. All right, so we'll make that. What is that? That is dump. So dump will just be this one. These will not. And so what it will do is it will, when I turn on the vacuums for this, when we dump in there, it'll vacuum it up into here, but it will also vacuum it out to the end of the auger. And then when I want to dump it, it will just operate the funnel. All right, there we go. Let's see. This needed to be tipped backwards here, so where is that micro at? There it is. Okay. So let's see. Auger tip. That was inverted, so that's fixed now. Then I need a micro for this. This is the fill bucket. Fill bucket. All right, let's go ahead. We need to have composite in, and we need to have a composite out. Okay, we're going to need to have a Fill volume. That's going to be tilt. Okay. If I can highlight it on one click, would be great here. Let me just update this real quick, see which direction these are going. Where are you? Right there. So positive is back, so we want more negative than positive. Okay. So I think that's good. What happened here? Why did that was getting justified wrong? Okay. Let's run that through. Vacuums are going to be here and here and here and here. Okay. This is going to be the fill volume. Can go to. It's going to be screwy because the down here is not connected, but it's not the end of the world. All right. That's good. Panel. Grab the thing, please, when I want to. I think we're good on all this, right? Yarp. Okay, that's good. We'll find it eventually. There it is. Let's go test this. I want to dump a trailer in it. Make sure we're dumping all right. Drag, 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 drag. Please, please, please. Thank you. Okay, let's tip this out. I don't like that these show here, but I might need the length on it, so. And fill level showing 0, okay. There's coal somewhere in the system I gotta get rid of, but back to working. So they must have been in the bucket here, because that's not showing shit. Okay, that's great. Why are you not showing anything, you scumbag? Let's see. Did I not report it out in the right spot? That may have been it. 3. Okay, that's... Yeah, plug fill volume in. I thought it did. I did. It plugged it to one of the hoppers. What the fuck? Okay, let's see. 3. Yeah. The hell, man. Oh, because it already pushed it through, probably. That's probably what it is. Just to give me an estimate of what's sitting in there anyway. Let's see. We gotta go through these things. Alright, right there is where I left the coal. I left coal somewhere so that I could read it. Okay. let's test this. Hopefully it's empty. I think I pulled all the live coal out of there. Yep. I don't know what people's issue are. Like, I get, like, the jumping thing, like, but I don't, like, I have no problem jumping over anything. Like, some people are acting as though you can't jump over anything now. I don't get it. How's it going, Jay Cataclysm? How are you? Okay. Good to see you. Excellent. There we go. Yeah, see, like, I can jump fine. I don't know what the dealio is with some people having problems with that. Amp meter's not working for some reason. I gotta deal with that at some point. Where's the... I don't hear the engine running, but it's running. Shows it running. I don't know what the deal is. Brakes on? Looked like the brakes are on here. Why are the brakes on? Oh, hand valve never got cranked off, that's why. Alright, so yeah, that's fine. It was trying to move it with the brakes on. No wonder it was struggling. Hiya! Get up there, bitch. Get up there, bitch. Right at my max running speed. Alright, we'll do it this way. Yeah, put the hand valve on. These used to, like, not... The brakes would come right off on these when you would hook them up, and now with the hand valve, they don't. So the tracks are closer together in the places we'd be going, so this is a further reach, but we'll test it with this and see how it looks. Just wonder why this was acting so anemic too, and it was because it was brakes wrong. Or it's better to take the brakes off before you try to move something. Yeah, amp meter's not going. I can't hear the engine revving, so something got screwed up. Unless I gotta fix. Yeah, the tach's at idle, so. Oh, I have infinite electricity on, that's why. So it's not even bothering to rev up. That's what it is. Okay. Figured it out. So I've got I added the extra auger length to it as well, so that should help a little bit with reaching. But these tracks are further away than the ones that we're using. They're right on top of each other for the other one. They're at the actual switch yards, so. But that should probably be able to reach it. So let's get the D6 out and pull the mother bin. But this is a good tool for being able to load these trains up. We've been needing this. Let's pull the mother bin out. We should be able to take infinite electricity off at this point too. It's I had it on to before I hooked everything up, but now everything's hooked up on there, so we should be good. Oh, that's the wrong one. There's a good sign when it pulls right out. The brakes have come off, so. The mother bin looks pretty big, but it's actually not all that big. The other thing is that it's open top, so that if you notice, it is lower than the other bins. So I have some high tip trailers, so in the event that either make some auger trailers or high tips, you'll be able to dump in the mother bin and then move it over. I want to do something on the door to kind of give it a little bit of decoration, but we'll figure it out. So we can kind of line the auger up. So like you would set a whole, essentially what you do is you back the string of ore cars in on the side rail there, and then the mother bin goes in next to it. So you'll detach. The mother bin would probably be the first car on the train, and then the let's get that in operating position, and then the so then you just detach the mother bin from the rest. The other cars would sit on the parallel rail, and then the loco would pull the mother bin up because it's going to need the electricity from the loco anyway. And the mother bin should have quite a good reach here. I have it limited. I have it artificially limited. It could go further than this, but like the tracks that we're actually going to be using for this, are much closer, so we shouldn't have any problem reaching. It's got a pretty good reach on it. We can't reach right now probably, but I'll pull up a little bit and then we can move the other one too. So like the tracks are plenty close where they'll be. I could tip that more and just get rid of the limit on it, but essentially it's going to do that. And then you would have the car where it needs to be, and then it would tip in that car. So let's get a truck and a trailer out. Oh, shiza. I gotta fix the brakes. The ABS system on this is making it. It actually was doing it before on other stuff too, so we'll see. But it was doing it on some other shit, which was annoying. Only cranking landing gear was that easy. IRL. Fish in the winter, they suck. You're really gummed up with grease, and the grease is cold. It does not want to move. It does not wish to grease when it's cold. Yeah, so like the height of the mother bin's not that high, so that you could put a high tip trailer in there as well. You can still probably get the high tip on there. Oh, I'm not paying attention here, so I'm kind of overrunning. I'll reset. Here, we'll do a driver side back. It's easier to see. IRL, you can lean out the window, which is nice. That's half the time you spend hanging out the window backing up. Makes it a lot easier to see. So setup is key. You see I got my tires all set up where I want to be first. Let's see if I can see. I'm not going to be able to see the trailer till it's probably too late. Like, this is why you hang out the window. It would be too late if you didn't hang out the window, so you wouldn't be able to catch up. Eventually you get to the point where you're not going to be able to catch up with the trailer and fix it, so you got to pull up. Like right there, I'm like struggling to catch up, so I just slow down and keep turning. Right, there we go. Wheels are set where they need to be, so I'm just slowing down and going full tilt on the wheels now. Alright, let's see how we are there. So I might have to put like something to make sure that the coal or whatever's in there bounces a little bit to get in here. That should be good. I'm just gonna go. Yeah, hard jackknife this just a little bit here to get it going. So this is the ABS. I don't know if it's even the ABS. It's like the vehicle's been sliding forward back like this. Even some of my stuff without ABS has been doing that, which is funky. See how it slides when I hit the brakes? It pushed itself all the way forward like that. It's fucking weird. It is so weird. I don't know why it's doing it, and it's really annoying. Like, I have to just slam on the park brakes, and that's, I have to get it to stay where I want it. Alright, so we're right up against it here. Alright, so we're going to go ahead and we'll raise her up. So we want to go return first, then supply, or else it's going to raise on its own. Then we close the valve, and then it commands the open. I thought I had coal in there. Let me see. Did I not put any fucking coal in here after all this? Sucks so bad. Alright. Ugh, that sucks, man. I forgot to put coal in the trailer. Pisser. That's real pisser. Not that it's going anywhere anyway, but... I don't need a ton in there. I just need it to, like, test them out. Oh, so fast, too. So that all went in, I believe. How many space did I have? 1, 2, 3. Yeah, so that's all of them. So they fell in fine. I had to extend this lip a little bit because you see how the trailer bumps right up against it. So I had to extend the lip to be able to do it. But now those have gone in as long as you turn the vacuums. Should get them up here in the duct. Let's see if they're all the way through at this point. Yep, they're all there. Okay, good. So it loops through, and then... Now, if that was close enough, you just drop it straight down. Bingo, bango, bingo, bingo. So that works really well. So that's set up there to operate. Let's take a quick screenshot here. But yeah, that works pretty well. So I think that's going to be a cool system to have. There we go. But yeah, so I think that works well. Yeah, wheels, like XMLing the wheel size, yeah, that's fine. Yeah, that's cosmetic. Yeah, there's no benefit really to changing the wheel size. It's not like a cheaty thing. Yeah, you can add grip. Let me put it. I'll put that in as a clarification too. Let me see. No replicas. Yeah, fictional vehicles are fine. Already. I literally say car or truck, and then somebody goes, does it have to be a car or truck? Yes. Yes. It wouldn't say it in the rules that it has to be a car or truck if it didn't say car or truck. I understand you're just trying to get rule clarifications, but it's like, gotta clarify something that's already clarified. It's like the reason why I clarified it when I wrote the rules. Alright, that's good. I'm going to go and take a quick coffee break here, but I'm going to go to the bathroom the whole time. So let's do that, and then we'll come back and maybe do some testing on this sucker. So let's put up coffee break here, and I'll be right back. Alright, I gotta put some more clarifications in here. We already got some weirdness going on that I gotta fix. So let me put in some more clarifications. Go put in some clarification rules. I gotta go clarify wheels only. So let's do that. Alright, I'm changing it to civilian vehicles only, wheels only. Not reviewing tanks for this challenge. It's not what it's supposed to be about. So you just do that. This is the part of the challenge I dislike the most. Is it's just like have a vision for the challenge, and it's like people are just already trying to get around it. It's the part I hate. Alright, we got that take care of. Just, this is like the part that I start like, why did I even start a build challenge again? It's like, don't want to participate, don't participate, but like, either participate in the challenge as is described, or don't. Alright, good. So I think that's going to work pretty well. So, you know, give us, be able to dump into this, dump into the coal cars. So this now is set up that with the auger, it should hold 1 trailer's worth. So you should be able to, like, say, for example, that the cars are out of position. You should be able to just fill this up with the auger off. So you put the auger in the off position. And this will take a whole trailer's worth of ore, and it will hold it. And so then you would back this in, because you can't move this while the truck's up against it, right? So, you know, let's say, for example, these only hold 567. This is going to hold 2,250. And so let's say the truck pulls up, you're dumping into this. When you fill it, you stop the auger. You can finish filling this up with the truck, and then when the truck pulls away, you would move it up to the next car, and so you can start overloading again. So then when the car, like, so kind of talking like the operations of mining, let's say we're here. This is a good one to talk about, so like right here. So like, for example, this track is good. So you would come in, you would pull the, you put the cars in the track. So you can see they're much closer together. So the auger should have no problem reaching. And so you put a string of ore cars. Let's say we put, yeah, you can't do that with the truck. So let's say the ore cars are here on this track. And then you would disconnect the loco and the mother bin. It would then back the mother bin down, or it could go forward, whatever way. Bring the mother bin down, and then the trucks would start to back in and load up the mother bin, and then they would go, like, you'd probably get 1 at a time. We're not going to get 3 people empty at the same time. And so then the truck would leave to go back up to bring the empty back up, and then the locomotive has time to move the mother bin over, you know, the car. It's going to take almost 4 cars is what the mother bin will hold. So, you know, you'll go 1, 2, 3, 4, dump, 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 dump. And then you'll, you know, by the time you're all set, that's, you know, you'll have plenty of time to wait for the next truck. So, you know, you're going to have to do a bunch of moving of cars and everything else, but should work out pretty well. So probably what we'll do is, like, if we do a really long train, I'm trying to think which direction. The mother bin's got to be going a certain direction. So that's the issue, is the mother bin's not omnidirectional. So. Oh, yeah, like a little moon rover. That'd be interesting, yeah. That would be a good idea, yeah. Because I can just spawn them with an add-on up there. Like, a lot of people, like, complain about no workbench in the moon. I get it, but, like, you can always put a vehicle up there with an add-on. Like, you know, go ahead, put a vehicle right there up on the moon with an add-on. You know, and, you know, it's pretty simple to do. You know, you find a spot on the moon, put your vehicle up there on the moon, and then you can do that. So, all right, good. So yeah, so that's kind of what I'm thinking here with some of this mining stuff is, you know, and then like we look over at, see, this was a missed opportunity. They put this cool decoration thing. What this is supposed to be is to fill cars. You know, they have spouts supposed to fill cars. Like, it'd be nice if the devs had a dump spot here and it would fill internal storage here, and then you just pull under and push a button and it dumps in. You know, that would actually make it useful, and instead of just a decoration piece. You know, I get they have limited time, they have limited resources to be doing some of the DLCs, but, you know, they could flesh them out in that way. Because right now, unfortunately, I think Industrial Frontier, not too many people will actually do the mining because it's a pain in the ass. And, you know, if you can get that to be not a pain in the ass and make it a little bit more fun and usable. Like, it wasn't that big of a deal for me to have to make that add-on to get the Metal Ore Foundry usable, but it's like, it's work that you have to do to get it going. And same thing here. So like you see, we can dump aluminum in here, so a little bit closer, so we'll be able to run the trains. You don't have too much aluminum down here. You get a little bit here. I think you have none there, but like you can come up on the entry is, where is it? Right, I forget where the right here. You can, nope. I forget where it is. Let's see. It's a spot you can climb up right here. Right here. If you... Oh, nope. That's... Yeah, right here. If you got to come right off this spot, you can get up and down with the trucks. But, yeah, that's not bad for moving aluminum, so... That's pretty good there. Let's go ahead and... I'm going to go back and make sure I saved everything. But that works, so... I'm happy with that bin. That works. I like the look of it. It fits, you know. Happy with all that. So that should work pretty well to be able to fill these cars. Like, you can see how close the other cars are. Like, this tan spot here is touching where I just showed you. So, like, the rail is probably here. So we definitely have enough reach to fill the cars. I could theoretically go tilt even further on that. Auger to make you would come lower, but it would reach a lot more, so that's an option I can do as well. But this will be fun. I like having the smaller size cars because I want to put a train together. I don't want to have like one car. That was the issue I had with that first tanker car I made. It was just so frickin' big that it holds 55,000 liters, and it's like, okay, I'm gonna need one. So I went ahead and I remade. Or not remade, but I made an additional tanker car here that has 17,000, so at least you have a reason to string a bunch of these together, and they're a little bit smaller spec, so but that should be pretty good. So we'll go in now, we'll play some career. I've been wanting to play some career and kind of have limited opportunities to do it, so let's just clean all these vehicles up. We're in my custom game anyway, so it doesn't really matter just to clean them up. All right, that's good. Let's go ahead and load that up. Yeah, I think this should be a good challenge. You know, I like to have something a little bit different, too, and what the whole point of the challenge is. And so, like, the 50s car challenge was similar, where you were trying to make a car, or 1950s car truck that, you know, it didn't have to look like a specific car. It had to just look that era. And so some people made some replicas. I thought that was pretty cool. And then, you know, now you can do any time you want. It just has to be a replica. Like, I'm trying to decide, do I... Raptor's pushing the bounds, too, and trying to do fictional stuff. No, screw this. I'm not doing fictional. No fictional. No. All right. I don't think he never even posts anything either. Yeah, no fictional, no military, a car or a truck. Real. So, I already lose my mind over this. What's that noise? It's in game. It's in my headset, at least. You guys hearing a buzzing noise? It's right here. There's something buzzing right there. What the hell is that? Thought it was in my room for a second there. That's weird. There's buzzing right here. That's weird. Okay. I was like, what the hell is that buzzing noise? Thought it was IRL. Alright. Alright, that's good. Alright. Trying to get these rules refixed so that it's the way. Yeah, it was weird. I thought it was for some reason the air cleaner. I'm like, what's wrong with that? And then I took my headset off. I'm like, nope. And then I was like, standing right here is what happened. And I'm like, it could be the pathway. But as I got closer, it was like, no. And then I'm like, is there something back here? Because the wind was up. And I'm like, did something get blown against the wall and is breaking? And I have no clue what that was. Let me see if there's something under the world here. I have no clip off. Let's see if there's something under the world. I had no clip off on. What the fuck? It don't work now, no clip? I don't see anything under there, so it's not like something stuck under there. Okay, interesting. That was weird. All right, so last night I just, you know, the other thing too is, you know, I understand the pump speeds are not as fast as some people would like, but, you know, the thing is, I needed to get a bunch of diesel, so I just let the game run as I was doing IRL stuff. And then when it filled up, I came back and I went ahead and emptied it. So, you know, that's something that I think is a good way to do it too. Yeah, it's weird. It was in there. I didn't, you know, it stopped, but I was like, what the hell is that buzzing noise? How's it going there, Donahead? How are you? Yeah, I was kind of befuddled by that. See what I want to do here. This one is interesting, the old submarine, but this is the thing too, is like, guys, go back and fix the money. $1,700 to go rescue a submarine. It's like, that's nothing, man. What is this one here? TT, we got a fire there. $3 grand. You're gonna pay me more than that to go leave what I'm doing to go do that. Let's see what we want to do here. Might do some mining in career. Might do some mining in career. So let's fly over to here with one of the ultralights. So let's see whose ultralight I still have loaded up. I'd saved them, and then I think I subscribed to some of them. Usually what I do is I end up saving them all. Let's see. Who's here? Let's see if Citrus is here. If somebody's here, I'll use theirs. I'm not seeing Citrus. Have not seen Citrus. All right, we'll just grab one of the other ones here. Yeah, I don't have enough equipment that's ready to do the to do that. Let's grab. We'll grab guarded halos. Ultralight will fly over there and do that. I think everything's inside on this one. Let me see. Can't remember. Okay. Parking brake is what? 4. 4. Do a little bit of flap for. Okay, he's got set flaps. You know, one thing that would have been nice with the challenge, we got wind coming from the east there, so we're gonna go east for takeoff. Was, you know, I talked about like the propellers are just enormous in game. It'd be nice if we got some smaller propellers. That'd be nice. All right, so we have a right crosswind on takeoff, so we go full right ailerons. Full right ailerons, and there we go. We're up. Now we turn into the wind. Got a synthwave sunset there. All right, so we'll fly over there. We'll get the train going. Maybe I'll do a little bit of mining. So the other thing that's nice too is with those ore cars that I made yesterday, you can dump from the side, and you can use a front end loader. You can dump them into a front end loader, and so for certain jobs, that's going to be beneficial. Get there. See if that was traffic or if that was a cloud. It looks to be a cloud. Oh, it's flaps is what's the issue. I was like, what's going on here? You see how much flaps, how much trim we needed for the flaps there as soon as I took the flaps up. That's normal. You got to do a bunch of nose down trim in a small plane. Let's see what this is. Space toe brakes hold. Okay. Pretty standard. This is career. Yep. Just loaded up career. So I didn't check the fuel, but we're good. We're not going very far. There goes the sun. There goes the sun. Do 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 do. All right, so we'll go back to, what is it, Brains Train Yard? I can't remember which one it is. I think it's Brains. I don't know. We got a message. What's that? Low fuel. Copy that. And then we can acknowledge that message. So 5. Good. So that's cool. That stays on, which it should. You know, you acknowledge it, but it still stays on to remind you that it's there. Should be good on fuel here. We've got 9 liters left. We only had like 11 when we departed, so we're not going that far. I was like night flying. You know, it's tough with the the propeller is so big, you know, you need at least like a 2 or 3 cylinder engine to be able to turn the propeller to get taken off. And so it makes it hard to get, like, you can do some aircraft like with huge motors that take off short, but it's hard to get them in the challenge to operate properly. I got a tailwind. You do not want to be landing with a tailwind. You can see by my struggling that you don't want to be landing with a tailwind, but we're going to do it because I'm a professional here. Okay. Tailwind is not good to land with. It's your approach speed has to increase. It's really not good. You have to come in fast because you know, with a headwind, if you have a 10 knot headwind and your approach speed, say 60 knots, you're coming in across the ground at 50. If you have a headwind and you have a 10 knot tailwind and your approach speed 60, you got to come in at 70. As long as you have enough runway, it's not a huge deal, but you need a lot of runway to be able to do these things. And what's the park brake on this? 4. There we go. Good. Excellent. So that got put away. That was a good flight with guarded halos. Ultralight. That ridge right there snuck up on me. I knew it was there, but I couldn't see it. So it came... it's all right, Citrus. I was holding off on using yours until you were here, so. Yeah, I know. It's Here Comes the Sun. Let's see. I think what we want to take here. Weather sucks right now. Let's see what what is this mission? Fishing boat distress. Oh, this is a big one. This is 17 grand. Yep, got a that going on. Let's see. I decided if I want to go mining right now. Probably kind of don't. Let's see what we want to do. It's a lot of setup. I think I'll save for multiplayer. Let's go ahead and take a nap and see what happens here. I think the shack's over here. Let's take a nap, see if we can get a mission. Let's get no clip off. Try to get a close mission. Maybe something on the land. Banyo. Yeah, it's a lot of setup for mining. Alright, blue speedboat requires servicing. No. I might be at a high enough level too that I'm getting missions everywhere anyway. Alright, this is us. Alright, black and white helicopter, radioed for help, 7 bills. Alright, that's kind of a hike right now. We can drive it off. Let's figure out what we want to take for a vehicle. Alright, so we're gonna have a fire likely. We're gonna have peeps. They're gonna probably be dead by the time we get there. Let's see with the van if I have a fire extinguisher in there. I probably can't get citruses in here now. I'm gonna say we could take that. Can't take anybody with me on that one. Let's check the van out. Forget if I have a Fire X in here or not. I think I do. Let me see. I think I have everything I need for rescue here. There's defib Haya. That's good. We got a little bit of health there. Probably want another. I have a health kit on me, so that's not bad. All right, let's go ahead and... Oh, excuse me. Please don't. All right, let's get this. Pre-pressurize our tanks. That will give us extra fuel. Could do a fuel reposition, too, on the train at some point. All right, there we go. All right, let's get getting. This is kind of a good vehicle to take because the challenge. Oh, I guess the brakes were off. The you know, this was inspired by the Acti van, the Honda Acti van. You know, and it was Honda Acti was the chassis that was on. You know, so that's the mini truck. It's on the same chassis. Trying to think which way is the best way to get there, and I'm trying to get on a straightaway before I open the map. Trying to see if we want to turn this way or not. I'm thinking... Yeah, let's do it. Let's go down this way. Let's see. I need to check which way the road goes. Road comes down here. This way. Okay. Got some notion of what I'm doing here. downshift those in top gear. So. This one's got kind of a jump here. Be careful on this one. Yeah, Toyota was showing up. Unfortunately, it's probably not going to come to the U.S. market, but they're making a. It's the Hilux Champ, which is. It's a tiny little pickup truck with based off the Hilux chassis, and like the base model is like 12 grand, but it's like really configurable. It's really old school. It's like supposed to be a utility truck. You can get it with a manual if you get the diesel, and it's a cool truck, but unfortunately because it's cool it won't come to the US. They'll keep it for themselves, unfortunately. Europe will get it, you know, Japan will get it. Get it. Am I going up this mountain that I don't want to go up? I think this is a bypass. This does bypass, okay. Wow, that was colored like the road. That was a scary little bump. Alright, and then I think we go, where the fuck do we hook up in the left here, I think. There we go. Yeah, we hook left on this. Downshift like 3 gears because this has a 2-cylinder motor in it. That's another reason why I don't like having huge motors and everything. It's like, you know, there's a reason why like it's fun to drive something that's underpowered fast. It's because like you're always shifting gears, like you're constantly shifting gears. It makes it fun. It's like you have some like overpowered vehicle you can start in any gear because it just has more torque than it would ever need. It gets kind of boring real fast, you know. There's one of the gas stations. One cool thing with Industrial Frontiers, you get a lot of these free gas stations that have workbenches, which is kind of neat. Like there, I had to do two gear changes there for that turn, you know. Get a big overpowered vehicle, you don't even have to shift, which is kind of just boring. Yeah, I like the Industrial Frontier Island for driving. Yeah, still doesn't take you very long to get places, but you know, it's good terrain on it. It's like it's not just simple terrain. Let me quickly check where we're at here. I gotta turn on map vehicles here. Let's see. This is complicated up here. Okay, so we're gonna take off. Okay, yep, we're staying the main artery. Like there, I had to shift down 3 times, or else we'd stall. You know. Just I don't know. Automatic's just so boring. I just want to hit the brakes and then go again. It's boring, man. This is a lot more fun to me. Oh Jesus! Do. Be careful. Be careful. Like. Yeehaw. Dare I try to put on my high beams here? Where are we at here? Yes. Can't see anything without them. I need them. Alright, let's see which way we're going here. This must be the rail line here, I'm thinking. I don't know, we'll see. We need to keep going. Straight is not an option. Left path, okay. It's very pleasant, I find, to run a land vehicle in game if you have a proper transmission in there. You have like a terrible transmission that like doesn't really do anything. It's just like this constant tire squeal. It's just like ugh. It's like you get a good transmission in there, it's pleasurable to drive. Check it again. Oh, how did I go the wrong friggin' direction there? Ah. Damn it, damn it, damn it, damn it, damn it. Try to see, can we make the turn around? That was very confusing when I got there. What ask the question again there, Rasmus. I can't really scroll and drive, but I can check the chat and drive. Yeah, it's stupid chicken taxes that they do, and like they're very protectionist with trucks, especially. Like that's something that that they put in for pickups. You know, they put a huge tax on pickups to try to do domestic pickups, and I wouldn't buy a Ford, Chevy, or any American-made pickup ever at this point. You know, they're pretty garbage at this point, and you know, like, you know, they were, the one that interested me was the Alpha Wolf Electric, which is made in the US, so you wouldn't have a chicken tax on it, which is nice, but it's like, I would buy a Ridgeline before I'd buy anything American. You know, I like the Ridgeline, I just don't want another all-gas vehicle, except if it was my secondary vehicle. And I'm not spending that kind of money for just an extra vehicle, you know. Where am I? How am I going? Okay, we're all right. This road's kind of circuitous. Let me take the wind down a little bit. That's probably, it's drag thing. Jesus. Slider does not want to drag. Now, like, these bumps are pretty gnarly, and I'm hitting them. I'm probably going like 80 miles an hour or something like that. You know, I'm hitting them pretty hard, and I'm not having any issues, you know. Turning the blinker. Let's indicate. This one, maybe this one has different controls. I can't see what the fucking smoke. Oh, my indicators aren't working. I gotta fix those. I'm hammering here. How fast am I going here? Going 70 miles an hour. You know, over these bumps. I'm having no problems. Like, is damage on? Vehicle damage has been on, you know. No problem. Let me check my temp real quick. Engine temp's not too bad. You shouldn't have to worry about the copyright. Just take a picture of it. Take a screenshot of it. Putting it on the workshop is not going to really matter. I'm just going to keep an eye on the temp. I am revving out like crazy right now, so just be careful. Hey, let this little shit go. I like this little van. I'm gonna try to get this released at some point. Apparently, I got lighting problems, so I'm gonna fix those. Okay, they're on here instead of on the seat. Alright, that's wrong. Yeah, if you're worried about putting the picture up, just spread it. Put annotation in there. But I wouldn't worry about it. You know, I just want you guys to put the pictures that's compared to on, like, you know, frankly, if somebody just puts, like, it's in the rules for a reason at this point. You know, if somebody doesn't put any pictures, I'm not hunting for them, and then I'm just going to disqualify it because it's like, you know, it's, again, I can't take too much per vehicle, you know, so it's like if I had to go search for the model, it sucks. So I want to see like the actual pictures people used to, so I compare it to like, this is what I looked at and this is what the thing I built looks like, you know. That makes sense. Bridge, okay. Bridge. Take it easy, take it easy, take it easy, take it easy. This is getting hilly and shitty here. Don't lose it now. Don't lose it now. I got a lip on this one. I assume I have active arrow on this. I can't see right now, but I assume I have just fins pointing down. Not even active arrow, they're just fins pointing down, so it's just arrow. Active arrow would mean that it's moving. Alright, next bridge, okay. I didn't move the map, so. Yeah, it's getting so hard to get manuals in regular vehicles now, as they've got automatics and everything is gross. Like the other thing too is like the U.S. market for making pickup trucks is they're not utility vehicles anymore. They are friggin' like just glamorous vehicles at this point. So because of that, people use them as just like their parking lot princesses, and so they end up, they want 4 doors because they're using it as their family hauler, not as a truck, as a work truck. And so they're used as like a pinnacle vehicle for the car company to sell. So they go up to like 80 grand, some of these pickup trucks, 100 grand for some of them. It's like, what the fuck? And so, you know, they chop the bed, so you lose bed length to having 4 doors. It's like, I want a two-door manual pickup truck, and like the base model of this Toyota has crank windows. Like, I want crank windows. It's like, you know, make it simple, make it work. It's got fold-out bed panels, you know, which is really good. Like, there's a reason why a lot of people are buying the Japanese mini trucks in the U.S. now, is because like you can't get a small pickup truck for like just doing, you know, normal little pickup truck things. Like back when I was growing up, you could get like the Toyotas were nice and small. You could get the small Mazdas. You could get the, you know, the Ranger was an actual small pickup truck, you know, and so you could actually get a small pickup truck, manual, crank windows. It was real basic and simple. Like this Toyota doesn't have an infotainment system in the middle, so it's like it makes it nice to be able, especially if you want like an additional vehicle. You know, it doesn't need to be like have everything because you have another vehicle you use for your like luxury driving. So it should be right up there. Yeah, I see it. See the helicopter. Howdy, peeps. Got a pic of this. Gotta get some sort of reasonable angle here. There we go. Give me an action shot running. Actually, nobody needed to be defibrillated, and nobody's got any health problems, which is nice. I think it was a 2-banger. We get 2 here? 2. There we go. All right, we're good. Get out of here. Trying to think where the... Yep, that's where the nearest hospital is. Yeah, exactly. That's, you know, the more that cars get complicated too, it's harder for the mechanics to work on them. Like, somebody just did a video on like the shitty thing that Ford's doing now, is for a bunch of their connectors, the book tells you to cut the connector. You know, so now the mechanic's gonna have to cut the connector and you know, put a new one on. And so it's like a bunch of nonsense like that that just adds to cost and bullshit. And it's like they gotta cut your connect. Whoa, 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 whoa! What the flying fuck was that? The wind is bad, and we have a tailwind, so that does not surprise me. Wind's up. Like, so this car, because the auto clutch, it will automatically feather that clutch, so it will try to start in too high of a gear, but you will start to lug and stall. And so it tells you, yep, you gotta downshift, you know, and that's what you know. The thing the devs did, which I get why they did it, is, you know, when people will complain about the wheel squealing, is they're making it so that if you're too low of a gear, it will generally squeal the wheels. And when you grip up the tires, you get a much more realistic behavior where if you're in too high of a gear, you're going to stall. And I like that, you know, but it's understandable why they did that. They have to make the game approachable to, you know, people who have no clue what they're doing. And so it's, you know... But it's funny, it's like those very same people who benefit from that ease by having slippable tires will then complain about it. Be like, my tires are always slipping. It's like, yeah, because you're not in the right gear, man. Put in the right gear, you won't have slipping tires. Like, I don't think we've slipped a tire once this whole way. Like, even on a turn, you know? And it's because the gears are set up correctly so that the, you know, you know, it's never going to be torquey enough in this gearbox to spin up a tire, and it's never going to be too high where the game lets you spin the tire instead of stalling the engine. You know, because the gearbox is correct in this, and it gives you you know, a good realistic driving experience, which I like. Where are we going here? Yep, okay, we're on the right path. You know, temp's been good the whole time. This just has an impeller and a old school 4x4 or 3x3 no fan radiator, so. You know, and we're revving up reasonably high here. We're at 1200 RPM. Just 20 RPS. Just trying to read some chat while I'm driving here. It's always hard. Yeah, it's funny. Well, it's not funny, but it's the like it's the perfect time to have some really nice, cheap, good cars. You know, like Toyota's the brand you can trust, and it's like the you know, if we could get one of, you know, like you're saying though, we get chicken tax on it. So like even if it was 15 grand for a brand new pickup, that you know you can do some utility stuff, like that is a great benefit to a lot of people. You know, fortunately we won't get the diesel in the U.S., which means we won't get the manual, which sucks. You know, I don't want an automatic. You know, the base model is going to be rear-wheel drive anyways, which ideally I would like four-wheel drive for the snow. Pickup truck's not a good. My car is actually better in the snow with front-wheel drive than a pickup truck would be anyway. Like for some reason, like it's funny. Like I'll be driving in like bad snowstorms, and the pickup trucks think they can go fast because I've got four-wheel drive, and it's like, dude, you've got no weight in the ass. Pickup truck's one of the worst things for driving in the snow. Even if it's four-wheel drive, as the ass is so light, unless you put a bunch of sandbags in the back, it is not the vehicle to have. You'd be better off having a crossover with all-wheel drive than a pickup truck. Like, it's funny, I've seen so many pickup trucks spun out around here because they think they can go fast. They're in the left lane driving too fast, and they spin right around, and then you know, they're gone. Oh, that was a bad gear shift there. I hit the brake a little bit late. There we go. Oh, there we go. I slammed on the brakes on that one. Just wanted to get these people to this person here. There we go. Gotta fix that paint problem there. There, mustache man. Mustachios. There we go. All right, good. That's a little bit of cash there. So that was a fun one. You know, it's you know, I know it's obviously quicker to go do like helicopters and stuff, but it's a hell of a lot more fun, I find, to do it like this. You know, it's nice to do helicopters every once in a while, but like get stuck in that rut in game where it's all helicopter all the time, and it's like, you notice I've taken a nice long break from helicopters. It's been nice. All right, let's catch up with chat. This fire can wait. Chat cannot. How's it going, Owl? We'll catch up here. I see Citrus Citrus arrived. Yeah, so I worked on the mother bin, so that will be able to dump from a truck into there, and then that will put it into those hopper cars, so that we can go ahead and unload there. The nice thing too with those hoppers I built yesterday is, for example, I can have a skid steer. So that's actually something I might make. I'll put that on the to-do list. We'll make some skid steers, and you know, and maybe some regular loaders. We'll see how big they have to be. But anyway, so we'll make some like skid steers or something, and we'll load them in with an add-on. So when we go to sell the final product, let's say it's steel at the sale yard there, spawn a couple loaders, and what you do is you put the bucket right underneath the side dump. You open the side dump, all the ore will go into the bucket, and then you go dump it into the facility. So that'll be kind of cool. To do it that way. Oh, copyright. Yeah, I'm not worried about copyright. You know. Yeah, I just put the link to the picture underneath. That's all you need to do. How's it going, Owl? I said hi to Owl. How are you? Yeah, I really don't worry about the copyright of that stuff. Yeah, let me show you guys this truck that I'm talking about. Let's see. The Hilux Champ. Oh, it's the first thing that comes. Well, I searched for it probably already, but it's the first thing that comes up because it's like this is this kind of thing. Like the top questions are: is it coming to the U.S.? Is it coming to the U.S.? There's a market for this shit, but we never get it, and it sucks. Sorry, click the wrong button there. Yeah, so this is the Hilux Champ. So they sell it as a chassis. So you can get the chassis or you can get the pickup truck version. Like, I like the looks of it. It's attractive. It's utilitarian. You know, it's simple, which I like. You know, this one has the power windows, but, like, it's simple. Like, there's no big infotainment, which just adds a ton of cost to it. It's supposed to be a utility truck. That's its goal. Like, you can see, they're already setting it up to be a utility thing here where, like, you can get the chassis version and then order it with whatever you want on the back. So you'd order the chassis and then get whatever you want on the back put on there. Like, here are some specs, up-spec'd already, but it's like, you know, it has folding bed. It's small. It's, you know, it's small, but the bed size are good. I think it's got an 8 foot and a 7.5. You know, the problem with a lot of U.S. trucks, like here's a folding bed. Problem with a lot of the U.S. trucks is they build them all 4-doors now because it's a mummy wagon. It's not an actual, like, truck. Like, this is what, you know, like 4 doors is what they're doing everywhere here. And so the issue then becomes that you end up having a tiny little bed, and the whole point of a utility truck is to be able to put stuff in the bed. You know, so I really like it. I think it looks good. It looks utilitarian. Like, I would love to get, like, Australian utes in the U.S. We don't get them, you know. You know, like this one, it has, you know, that sort of side utility bed on it. But so you can order the chassis versions. You know, so they're pretty cool. So there's a lot of stuff that you can do with these. But like, you know, that's what I like. That's what I want. You know, like this one is the manual. I like a manual. That's a camper version. Like this would go real popular, I think, for like, you know, camper versions, everything else too. Yeah, but I would just want the pickup truck. But it's really cool. Like, here's one with, you know, it's a cafe. Yeah, so they look really cool. I like them. They look utilitarian. They're not like, they're not these friggin' parking lot princesses, which is all we get in the U.S. It's like, it's parking lot princess after parking lot princesses. Like, you know, I don't do like heavy hauling or anything, but it's like. It's like, you know, I want a utility vehicle. Like, we don't get, like, I want the Suzuki Jimny. We don't get that. Like, this is an old Toyota. This is what, when I was growing up, this is what you could get. You get a Toyota like that, you know. And these are super cool. They're small. They're not, like, you could park them in a normal parking spot. They're not, they're more great on gas, but they're not completely miserable because they're not oversized. You don't need that much, like. That's kind of like, you know, that's what I want, you know, something like that. Like, here's the, what is it? So the Alpha Wolf pickup is, it's an electric, and like, this is the size that I would want, you know. It's like, I don't even want the bigger one. I want this one. I want 2 doors. I want it to be, you know, that's what I want. You know, but I don't trust the startup. You know, and then like this is the sort of shit that I don't need in a pickup. I don't need like super nice interiors and all that shit. I don't need it. I don't want a tablet. I don't want all that shit in my pickup. I want it to be like an old school pickup. You know, and if it's not going to be, if it's, you know, if I'm gonna have an automatic, I would rather have an electric than have an automatic. You know, but like this one's the bigger up spec one. Not interested. I want the full size bed, 2-door. You know, but something like that's interesting to me. So, fortunately, a lot of that stuff we don't get in the U.S. We don't get a lot of the good stuff that I like. Yeah, I think it has fins in it. It just got a little light there. I think the tailwind was enough that it actually lifted the back up and it spun me out. Yeah, that's the thing. you don't really have to worry about the copyright in the pictures. It's like literally I'm gonna just show it on the workshop page, and there is something as well for commentary. So for example, like I don't have to worry about bringing up those pictures and commenting on them. Like I could literally take any YouTube and do a react video to it, and I don't have to worry about copyright because I'm not saying that is mine. I'm commenting on something that is clearly not mine. I think that I must be at a high enough level that no matter what, if I have no clip on or off, let me get rid of, I don't think teleport's doing it either. Yeah, I think at this point, I think I'm a high enough level in the, that I get missions at any distance, which is fine. Just keep cycling through them. But yeah, I'm not worried about any of the copyright stuff for pictures. All right, let me keep checking chat. Piaggio, yeah. Which interior? Yeah, the on the Alpha Wolf, yeah. Like, luckily, it looks like the Alpha Wolf has a screen behind the steering wheel. I'm not interested in just having a screen in the middle. Doesn't interest me at all. Like, the Honda Hornet didn't come to the U.S. because of our stupidity, and that sucks, you know. Like, they had the 750 Hornet. That didn't come here. Like, I liked this bike for a while. This did not come to the U.S., you know, so that sucks. The Suzuki Jimny, we can't get any Suzukis in the U.S. You know, there are a bunch of them. My friend just went through California. He said he saw a bunch of them in San Diego, and it's because people buy them in Mexico, and they import them. All right, let's go get this one. Kind of in a driving mood. That one's got a fire. See where it is real quick. Okay, just making sure this joins up. All right, we're good. I know where I'm going. You know, I don't mind a truck being a parking lot Princess truck, but it's like we just don't have any option in this country to not have that. It's like the only option is to have this friggin', you know, $80,000 truck. It's like it's hard to get any reasonably priced trucks anymore. It sucks. Trying to see where. Okay, I'm going cross country, people. This getting screwed here. Oh, fuck, the wind. I was hoping I'd get it with the door. This wind is gnarly, man. Stupid ass wind. Let's see. Can't see it. Trying to get inside so I can open the back door. That's not the one. Ah, the fucking forgot the door's only on that one side. Shit. Alright, I got it. The benefit of shit being light, too. See, I would have stalled there, and then the game would have spun the tires so that I didn't stall. Now I've got the up-grip tires, and I got a proper box in there, so makes it work realistically. See, the problem is the fins are set to a +1 at all times. It's not based on direction, so the issue is if the wind is a tailwind and I'm going slow, it actually lifts the ass up, which is rare that I'm going slow. Should have gone on the southern path, but friggin' hell, it's long. Go across the desert. A horse with no name. Yeah, I love a crank window too. Like, crank windows are the best. Like, I still prefer a crank window a lot of the time. You know, and it's the only thing that sucks with the crank window is you can't open the passenger window while you're driving. Oh shit! I did it again. I'm cutting this fucking wind down. It's only at 30% too. It's like, what the Christ, man. Okay. It's easy enough to tip back over, but it's getting annoying. I'm cutting this down a little bit here. Go down a little bit. You're friggin' blowing my truck over. You know, things in game are super light, and it's just like, IRL, they wouldn't be this friggin' light. Like, see there, I had to go down 2 gears because I was lugging the whole time. Yeah, that's one thing that sucks too. Is it's one of those things that I get it. It sounds old manny, but it's like, you know, if you drive a manual, you kind of start to learn how the engine works, how the gearbox works. You feel the relationship between them, and I think it makes you a better driver. And it's like something that, unfortunately, like younger people have no interest in even ever learning. You know, it's funny too. It's one of the best security features on a car now, because somebody will go to steal your car and they'll look in there and they'll be like, "Oh, I don't know how to drive this," and so they'll leave it and they'll go take an easier vehicle. But it's like, you know, if you're good with a manual, you notice all the time the stupid shit an automatic does, because the automatic doesn't know what's going on. All it knows is, you know, it essentially knows, you know, when the RPM is where it should be for a gear change. And with a manual, you can decide to go past optimal torque. For example, let's say you've got a steep hill, right? The car will upshift right before you get to the bottom of the hill, and then it starts to lug and it downshifts, and now you've lost all your momentum. And so you have to go slowly up the hill. And, you know, if you're in a manual, you know the hill's coming. So what do? You rev it out, you keep it pinned, and then you start going up the hill. Not only do you have momentum, but you're already at peak torque. And then as you start dropping out of peak torque, you downshift. And so you'll rack right up the hill, you know. Especially, this is why trucks, especially, it's important to have that as like the automatic tractors I loathe, because it was like they keep upshifting, and it's like, dude, I'm trying to go up a hill. Stop upshifting. You just cost me 20 miles an hour because you wanted to upshift right before the hill to save like a fraction of a cent of gasoline. And now you've just cost me an extra, you know, 20 miles an hour, and now all that's going to do is cost me even more money in fuel. So it's like, it's not worth it. You know, and then they're run by computers, so you have any sort of electrical problem in the tractor, now everything's ballsed up. You know, so you end up having to go get a new computer on it. It's like, oh my God. And you can't do that stuff yourself. It's a pain in the ass now. So it's like, where before it was very mechanical, it's now very much you need to have a laptop to pull codes and to plug in and change everything. And it's like, before you just turned a screw and you were good to go again. It's up by the aluminum mine here. Yep. That's a big trend that's going on in cars now, is they're making them overly complicated. They're doing a bunch of stuff where they have to be done at that facility. Like, I forget what, it was one of the tractor companies that builds, you know, big trucks, and they have a sealed transmission. Oh, not sealed transmission. I think it's a Detroit. It's sealed transmission. That's a $5 million machine that is required to open up the transmission, and you can't change the fluid. The fluid is quote-unquote permanent fluid, which what it means is that you need to go to the dealer to have them crack it open for a huge amount of money to put fluid in it. So where it used to be like you pulled a cap off and poured fluid in it, and dropped the, pulled the drain plug, dropped out the old fluid, it's now you need to have a $5 million machine, which means they have to pull it out of the truck. So you're probably out of there with like 30 grand. So it's like shit like that. That's miserable. I'm a coming, people. I'm a coming. I'm a here. I'm a here. I'm checking my fuel too. We're actually still pretty good on fuel. Let me open up there, guy. You have that problem? Just sit in your seat. People freak out at that all the time. Oh, my door got stuck halfway. Just go sit in your seat. And you'll be all set. It's your character's collision is interfering with stuff. Or the game is culling it and saying you're not close enough to it. Just go sit in your seat and it will open the door. Okay. How you doing? You alright there? Let's grab the defibrillator. Just wagging. Hello. You alright there? Take some of that aid there, son. Good to get back into missions. I haven't been feeling missions lately. Now I am, so it's good. And you follow me. See if you can't not act the fool for the 2-minute walk here. There we go. All right. Put the parking brake on. So. So what is this jumping issue people are having? Is it like if you're trying to jump off the dock and normally you could W key all the way to the boat? Is that what it is? It's not letting you like do the in-air Mario bullshit? Is that what it is? Because like I can still jump over small obstacles. Like some people are saying you can't jump over like a tiny, they're like, I can't jump up on a 1 block. It's like I have no problem, just myself, so I'm curious if that's what it is. They talk about they're fixing that next week. We're supposed to hear, I think, what the major. Well, we're supposed to hear more information about the major, which I talked about. Is likely the major is in not this coming week, but the week after that or the week after that. So if it's on time, which I have no reason to think it's not on time, that would make sense. So be cool to hear about that next week. It's going to be fishing, so it's some form of commercial fishing. I'm hoping personally for like crab pots, but we'll see. Rod holder would be nice too, but I think if it's just a rod holder, that's people are gonna be pissed that they're like, "This is a major," and I'll agree with them. It's like that's a little bit like it could be that the tech is hard to do for that, but I doubt it. Like literally, you're doing what your player character does. You're just holding it in the rod holder, like you would cast out yourself and then stick it in the rod holder. That's it. Simple. That's how I would do it. And then having some fast fish for trolling would be kind of cool. Just, because currently, like, I think if you go 3 knots, you outrun all the fish. Like, have a couple fish that do like 10, 15 knots. You should be able to go slow enough to, and then they'll, let's say they'll only, take a bait they can chase. So if the bait is going between 10 and 15 knots, then that fish will chase it, and so the other fish will never be able to keep up. So, and then you'll start attracting the faster fish, and you have to get moving to attract them. That'd be kind of a cool mechanic. Do some trolling, and that could be, nets wouldn't necessarily need to be that, but I don't know about nets. I'm still skeptical. Nets, we'll see. I don't think net's gonna work, right? It's just like that's folding collisions. Folding collisions, like that was one of the huge issues Star Citizen had was with some of that stuff is folding collisions. Put the Hull C on. It delayed it by like 5 years. And this is a billion-dollar company with like thousands of employees, and it delayed it by 5 years. And it's like thinking that we can do folding collisions. Like they'd have to have no collision on the net. Then they have to have some new magic that makes the fish with no collision, be held. So I'm skeptical nets, but it'd be great if they were. Certainly not against it. All right, let's see if I can read while I'm driving. How does obtaining driver's license in the U.S. like how hard is it? It's relatively easy compared to other places. I know Germany is pretty tough. Not necessarily tough. They make you learn what you need to learn. Like getting a commercial driver's license, a little bit of work, but it's nothing compared to my flight stuff. But like I had no problem with commercial driving license. The regular passenger license pretty easy. Oh, I see what you're saying. Yeah, you definitely, it seems like you need to get momentum now before. So yeah. So I was just curious like what the complaint was. So it's that you essentially can't direct yourself in the air like, Mario or whatever. I get you. Yeah, it makes sense. I don't know why they dicked with that, but they did acknowledge it. They're going to fix it, so that's about all we can expect, or all that we can ask for is, they acknowledge there's an issue and that they're going to fix it. Oh, that's interesting. Yeah, of course Rolls-Royce does that. That's the thing is, like, you can have super cool stuff in, like, a Mercedes E-Class and in a Rolls or a Benz. Not necessarily any Benz, but, like, an E-Class or a Bentley. Because, like, it doesn't matter if it breaks because the person, like, it's a relatively small amount of money for them to have it fixed. Like, that's like, my brother was all like enamored with, he wanted electronic suspension. I'm like, dude, you do not want electronic suspension. Like, it's great when it works. Like, you get like 10% better ride with electronic suspension. Great. But the problem then becomes when it inevitably breaks, it's going to cost you 10 grand. And so it's like, yeah, you can have it on a Mercedes E-Class or something like that because those people have more money than they know what to do with, so they can just, of course they're going to pay for it. And likely they're not going to have the car long enough. They'll get a new one in a couple of years, and it won't matter. Like, you put some of that complicated stuff on, like, simple cars, it then becomes like, now you have no suspension, and now you can't pass inspection because you're fancy-dancy suspension, so you have to get it fixed or else you can't register your car. So it's like, stuff like that is tough. People will blame, like, the emission standards on certain things on the cars, but, like, we need emission standards. It's just, like, the answer is that you need to start moving more towards hybrids and electrics. Like, my hybrid gets 50 miles a gallon when I'm burning gas. It's like, I go through, like, 28 gallons a year. But people wanted gas guzzlers again. When the economy was going strong, people went and bought all these gas guzzlers, and then the first thing they do is they start to complain when the gas prices go up, and it's like, dude, you knew that this was going to happen again. You knew that gas was going to get expensive again, and it always does, and you went out and you bought a gas guzzler because it was cheap at the time, and then you complain to everyone else that, oh no, and then you blame the regulations. Like, dude, the regulations saving you because it's, if they actually did what they should be doing, you wouldn't be able to have it at all. But it's like, the regulation made a lot of other cars more fuel efficient, which then means that they're using less fuel, which means it's still affordable for you to use your gas guzzler. Is if they didn't do the emission standards, then everybody would be in a gas guzzler, and none of us would be able to afford the fuel because, everybody would need a huge amount, and they would not have the supply for it. see where we want to go. Transpiration. Trying to reach out one of those. Oh yeah, okay. Yeah, a lot of that stuff might not be easy. It's again, you know, I fall into that myself sometimes, thinking something might be easy, it's actually challenging, but yeah, I could see how it could be a problem. You know, it depends on how it's working, you know, if yeah, that's the thing, because you can't drop the rod and have it stay out. Like if you drop the rod, it's going to reel itself back in, and that's probably the problem, is it would need to remember the state. So as you transfer it from one thing to the other, essentially one player from the other, and the rod holder being a player, it would have to also be able to transfer its current state. So, you know, it's probably a lot more complicated than it seems, you know. You know, I think it would benefit them too to like explain why it, you know, like explain like how the sauce is made to a certain extent. Be like, you know, because you get a bunch of people who are grouching about, oh, this is a major update with the fishing rod, and they like, if they were like, you know, it took us 4 months to make this because we had to completely change the behavior of the fish, and this, and do this, and this, and this, and this, and like list out all the work. And then like the Kraken's like, you know, we reskinned this and did this, you know, I don't know if that was the case, but like, and it took us 2 days, you know. You start to say, oh, well, this one took us 2 days, this one took us 4 months. It must be more complicated, I think, if it takes 4 months. But, you know, the same people who complain about that shit, they don't care. They're never going to read. They're never going to read it. You know, it's like, those are the people who don't read the update. Like, literally, you'll see people in the comments who will say something, and if they had just read the update, they would have realized that what was said in the update completely contradicted what they just said. Did I miss the turn? The rail lines are hard to tell. I wish they would just color them a little bit different. 'Cause I can't tell. You know, I really hope it's crab pots. You know, they do regular fishing in crab pots. Think of it just like as a stationary net for fish that will go after usually like bottom fish, but like you can drop crab pots and catch cod in them. You know, they would do that on Deadliest Catch. They would bait them for cod and go drop them. You know, you catch the bottom fish with them, of course. You know, the fish are attracted in, can't get out. You know, you pull it up, you got a lot of fish in there. You know, so they can do fish in there. They don't necessarily have to add crab or lobster, but I think it'd be nice if they would. I think it would be really nice too if they let you, if you had the ability to do it by hand. So for example, like just wade out into the shore, drop 10 pots, let them fill up, go grab them, drag them out by hand, and then load them up in your truck. That would be kind of fun. You know, there's a lot of places they could go here. You know, as long as they have a strong foundation too, they can move on from there and do more complicated stuff. Do I know what a lay shaft is? Lay shaft? What do you mean lay shaft? Is that like a French shaft? Lay shaft? Lay shaft gearbox. Alright, so we're coming up on, I'm going to check the fuel. Off screen, I moved, I think it was like 18,000 liters of diesel. Yeah, I was just looking at it. It's just a part of a transmission. I'm going to check, see where our fuel's at. I should stop that filling up and then empty it, and then do some work on the refinery. Like, we don't need huge quantities of fuel again yet. I would like to get back into Tethys at some point, but like, I've been feeling like going out in the water. So. But we'll get back to it. You know, it's cyclical. You know, you kind of do something a bunch, and you get kind of sick of it, and then you move on to something else and start enjoying that. So. Whoop, whoop. Driving and checking messages. All right, so we should be getting up close on that. Yep, we're near it. There's a buffalo. Buffalo, buffalo. Yeah, so I think they said the jumping issue will be resolved next week. We'll get info on the next major. I think it should probably come out the next week after that, is what I'm thinking. What I could do is set this up so that via radio it sends me the quantities. That'd be kind of interesting. Could check in on it. Everything's running fine there. Alright, we've made another 4,000 liters since I've been sitting playing today. And then the jet fuel's full, so. Yes, I think that new mother bin should be pretty good for operations. You know, probably won't. I don't know. I'm thinking. I'm leaning towards a no for a multiplayer stream while the challenge is going on. This is gonna be a shorter challenge, so it's only gonna be a week. But we'll see. See what transpires with that. Driving all over the place like a maniac. Should have filled this up with diesel while I was there. But we didn't have that much diesel when we started. Down to 4 gallons, 5 gallons there. So, get a lot of driving out of a small amount of fuel here. Pour it all into smoke. Alrighty, good. Alright, so I think we'll probably end up finishing up there. So, again, go ahead, go on the Discord, check out the Build Challenge Kilo. That's in there. Let me check rules. If it was a movie prop, it's not fictional then. Real vehicles. Manufactured. Why do people have to try to bend it every friggin' time? Just do what it's supposed to be. A real vehicle. Find a real vehicle you like and build it. Let's not try to bend the rules every challenge. It just annoys me. That's all it does. It's not hard. It really, really isn't hard. All right. So I think we're pretty good there. So, yep, just go ahead and check that out. Again, you know, go ahead if you need a rule clarifications. Go to the forum on that. Build challenge, build discussion. People are already in there showing some builds, which are pretty good. All righty. Yep, so all right, let's go ahead and finish up there. So thank you guys for watching. If you have not subscribed, please consider subscribing. Thank everybody who was hanging out in the Twitch. That really helps me out. I appreciate that, and we'll see you guys in the next one. Adios.